Hello students, good morning to all of you. After completion of topic biomolecules 2 weeks ago, we also made revision on this topic. Since it has high weightage as concerned to examination, we also made revision on it. So from today, we are going to start the new topic, and that topic is Introduction to Polymer Chemistry. So this is the next topic after biomolecule which we are going to study from today. So let's start from the introduction of this topic. So polymer, they plays very important role in our daily life. Polymer plays very important role in our daily life. We are living in the world of polymers. So our life is enriched due to the development in polymer science. So the toys which we are given to the children are plastic polymer. The vehicles which we use in our daily life have tires which are also polymers. In our daily life, we are using various products like PVC pipes, then raincoats, then polythene, nylons, glass, carpets, etc. These are the examples of polymers. In such a way that polymer plays very important role in our daily life. So first of all, let's study the definition of polymers. So polymers can be defined as chemically. So chemically, polymers are complex. Chemically, polymers are complex giant macromolecules. Giant macromolecules. Giant macromolecules made from repeating units. Made from repeating units which are derived from small molecules. Small molecules are called as monomers. Are called as monomers. So in this way we can define the polymers. So chemically polymers are complex giant molecule or bigger molecule made from repeating units which are derived from small molecules, and these small molecules, they are called as monomers. So the term polymer is derived from Greek word poly. Poly means, or poly meaning many, and mer meaning part or unit. In this way, the word polymer is derived. Remember that polymer is derived from the Greek word poly. Poly means many, and mer means unit or part. So polymers are high molecular mass macromolecules. Polymers are high molecular mass macromolecules. macromolecules. So they are having a high molecular weight. So after studying the definition of polymers, now we are going to study the next article, and that article, it is the classification of polymers. But before that, you please remember that in previous topic we studied carbohydrates, proteins, enzymes, nucleic acids, and these are the biopolymers. Carbohydrates, proteins, fats, enzymes, nucleic acids, these are the biopolymers. So, both inorganic polymers, for example, glass, cement, and organic polymers, for example, nylon, terling, are known. And in this chapter or in this topic, we are going to study the preparation and application of some man-made organic polymers like nylon or terling, etc. So remember that in the topic introduction to polymer chemistry, we are going to study types, preparation and application of some man-made organic polymers. So after studying the definition of polymer, the next article, it is the classification. So polymers, they can be classified on the basis of source, chemical structure, then mode of polymerization, then molecular forces, types of monomers and biodegradability. So polymers can be classified in various ways. They can be classified on the basis of source, chemical structure, mode of polymerization, molecular forces present in them, or types of monomers and the biodegradability. On this basis, polymers can be classified. So let's study one by one. So the first classification which we are going to study, it is classification on the basis of structure or origin. Classification on the basis of structure or origin. So on this basis, polymers are divided into three types. On the basis of source or origin, polymers are divided into three types. So among them, the first one, it is the natural polymer. Second one, it is the synthetic polymer. And third one, it is the semi-synthetic polymers. So remember that on the basis of source and origin, polymers are classified into three types, namely natural polymers, synthetic polymers and semi-synthetic polymers. So let's study first of all natural polymers. So polymers which are obtained from natural sources. Polymers which are obtained from natural sources, they are called as natural polymers. So natural sources means sources like plants or animals. So natural polymers are nothing but these are the polymers which are obtained from natural sources, for example plants and animals. So those polymers which are obtained from plants and animals, they are called as natural polymers. So further, natural polymer is subdivided into two types. So the first one it is the plant polymers, and second one it is the animal polymers. So plant polymers and animal polymers, these are the types of natural polymers. Natural polymers are subdivided into two types, plant polymers and animal polymers. So let's study first of all plant polymers. So plant polymers are nothing but the polymers obtained from the plants. Polymers obtained from plants. So those polymers which are obtained from plants, they are called as plant polymers. For example, cotton. For example, cotton obtained from cotton plants. Cotton obtained from cotton plants. Another example is linen. Another example is linen obtained from flax plant. So these two, etc., these two are the examples of plant polymers. First example, it is the cotton, and cotton it is obtained from cotton plants. Then the next type of natural polymer is animal polymers. So animal polymers are nothing but the polymers which are obtained from animal sources. Polymers which are obtained from animal sources, they are called as animal polymers. For example, wool. So wool it is obtained from sheep. Wool is obtained from sheep. So it is the first example of animal polymer. Then second example is silk. Silk obtained from silkworm. So it is the another example of animal polymers. So here we finished the first type of natural polymer on the basis of source and origin, that is the natural polymers. So on the basis of source and origin, natural polymers are classified into class, and that class it is the synthetic polymers. First one it is the natural polymer, second one it is the synthetic polymers. So synthetic polymers are nothing but these are the man-made polymers. These are the man-made polymers. So synthetic polymers are the man-made polymers, and they are prepared by polymerization of one monomer or co-polymerization of two or more monomers. So this is the definition of synthetic polymers. So synthetic polymers are defined as polymers which are prepared by polymerization of one monomer or co-polymerization of two or more monomers. So remember that polymerization it is nothing but it is the reaction by which polymers are formed, and monomers are nothing but these are the smaller molecules. So synthetic polymers, they can be prepared by polymerization of one monomer or co-polymerization of two or more monomers. So let's study the examples of synthetic polymers. Examples. So the first example it is the nylon. Nylon it is the synthetic polymer. Our second example is terylene. Terylene it is also the example of synthetic polymers. So after studying the second type of polymer, that is synthetic polymer, now we are going to study the next, that is the semi-synthetic polymer. On the basis of source or origin, polymer also can be classified into third class, and that third class it is the semi-synthetic polymers. So semi-synthetic polymers, these are derived from These are derived from natural polymers. These are derived from natural polymers. So synthetic polymers are nothing but these are the polymers which are derived from natural polymers. So the properties of natural polymers like appearance. The properties of natural polymer like appearance, then tensile strength, then luster, etc. These properties are modified. By using chemical treatment. So listen once again. Semi-synthetic polymers are nothing but these are the polymers which are derived from natural polymers. They are obtained from natural polymers. So the natural polymers are modified. They are obtained from natural polymers, and natural polymers, they are modified by some chemical treatment due to which properties like appearance, tensile strength and luster, they are modified. So let's study the examples of semi-synthetic polymers. So the first example is cellulose acetate rayon. Cellulose acetate rayon, it is the example of semi-synthetic polymer or viscous rayon, etc. So in this way we finish the first classification, that is classification on the basis of source or origin. Then let's study another type of classification. So polymers can be classified in various ways. So another type of classification, it is the classification of polymers on the basis of structure. This is the second classification. Classification of polymer on the basis of structure. So depending upon how the monomers are linked together, polymers are classified as linear polymer, branched polymers and cross-linked polymers. Listen once again. Depending upon how the monomers are linked together. Polymers can be classified as linear, branched and cross-linked polymers. So let's study the first class, that is the linear, or it is also called as straight chain polymers. So when monomers are linked together in a linear arrangement, when monomers are linked together in a linear arrangement, then it results formation of linear polymers, or it is called as branched polymers. Listen once again. So when monomers are linked together in a linear arrangement, it results formation of linear or branched chain polymers. So linear or straight chain polymers, they are obtained from bifunctional monomers. Linear or straight chain polymers, they can be obtained from bifunctional monomers, or they may be also obtained from alkenes. So these are the starting material compounds or monomer which are bifunctional, that means containing two functional group, or another monomer it may be alkene. So the examples of linear or straight chain polymers are PVC, polyvinyl chloride. Then second example is high density polythene or polythene. So high density polythene or polyethylene, these are the examples of linear or straight chain polymers. Then let's study the next class, and that class it is the branched chain polymers. We are studying classification of polymers on the basis of structure. So on the basis of structure, polymers are classified as linear polymers, branched chain polymers and cross-linked polymers. Here we studied the first polymer, that is the linear or straight chain polymer. Then the next class, that is branched chain polymers. So monomers having three functional groups. In linear or straight chain polymers, the monomers are bifunctional, that means they consist of two functional groups. Here in the branched chain polymers, monomers having three functional groups, or having one main chain of molecules, with smaller chain as a branches of main chains, are called as branched chain polymers. So branched chain polymers are nothing but these are the polymers which are made up of monomers which contains at least three functional group, or having one main chain of molecule with smaller chain as a branches of main chains. So for example, suppose that linear polymer we can represent it as, because in linear polymers monomers are linked together in a linear arrangement. For example, this is one monomer, this is another monomer, this is third, fourth, fifth, sixth, or here also. So these are the representation of linear polymers, because here monomers they are linked together in a linear arrangement. Then branched chain polymers. In branched chain polymers, monomer it contains three functional group, or it contains one main chain of molecule. For example, as like this. It contains one main chain of molecule with smaller chain as branches. For example, like this. So smaller branches are present, then such type of polymer, it is the branched polymer. So examples of branched polymers are polypropylene. The next example, it is the low density polythene, etc. So these are the examples of branched chain polymers. So after studying the second class, that is branched chain polymers, now we are going to study the third class of polymer, that is cross-linked polymer. On the basis of structure, polymers also classified as cross-linked polymers. So in cross-linked polymers, linking of chain polymers by strong covalent bond takes place, and it leads to network like structure. So in cross-linked polymers, linking of chain polymers takes place by strong covalent bond, and due to this it leads to network like structure. Then such type of polymers are called as cross-linked polymers. For example, they can be represented as, suppose that this is the one main chain of molecules. Then here it is another one main chain of molecule. So linking of chain polymer, this is the chain polymer, this is another chain polymer, and these are linked with each other by means of monomers. They are linked together by the monomers. So linking of chain polymer, this is the chain polymer, this is the another chain polymer, and linking of chain polymer by the covalent bond, it leads to network. And such type of polymers are called as cross-linked polymer. Here also we can draw another polymeric chain. So again here monomers are joined with each other to form these chains. So such network is formed, then such type of polymers are called as cross-linked polymers. So examples of cross-linked polymers are melamine. Then another example is bakelite, etc. So these are the examples of cross-linked polymers. So here we finished the second type of classification. That classification is classification of polymers on the basis of structure. So up till now we are studying various articles like the meaning of polymer or definition of polymer. So the name of new topic is Introduction to Polymer Chemistry. So polymer plays very important role in our daily life. So examples of polymers are PVC pipe, raincoats, nylon, polythene, glass. These are the examples of polymers. So after studying how the polymers are very much important in our life, then we studied the actual definition of polymers. So polymers are nothing but these are the complex giant macromolecules. Made from repeating units, which are derived from small molecules called as monomers. That means large number of monomers, they combine together, then there will be the formation of polymer. So the word polymer is derived from Greek word poly and mer. So poly means many, and mer means part or units. In this way, the word polymer is derived. Then we just started to study the classification of polymers. So polymers can be classified in various ways. Classification based on source, chemical structure, mode of polymerization, molecular forces, types of monomers, and biodegradability. So it can be classified in various ways. So we studied the first type, that is the classification on the basis of source or origin. So on this basis, polymers are divided into three types. First one, it is the natural polymer, second one it is the synthetic, and third one it is the semi-synthetic polymers. On the basis of source or origin, natural polymers, synthetic polymers and semi-synthetic polymers. So natural polymers, these are obtained from natural sources like plants and animals. So they are further subdivided into plant polymer and animal polymers. Polymer which are obtained from plant are called as plant polymer. Polymer which are obtained from animals, they are called as animal polymers. Then the next class was synthetic polymers. So synthetic polymers are nothing but these are the man-made polymers. For example, nylon, terylene, etc. Then the next class, it is the semi-synthetic polymers. So remember that semi-synthetic polymers, they can be derived from natural polymers. Semi-synthetic polymers are derived from natural polymers, and by the chemical treatment, appearance, tensile strength and luster of natural polymer, it is modified. So examples are cellulose acetate rayon, viscous rayon, etc. Then next classification was classification of polymers on the basis of structure. So on this basis, polymers are classified as linear or straight chain polymer, branched chain polymer and cross-linked polymers. So linear or straight chain polymers are nothing but these are the polymers in which monomers are linked together in a linear arrangement, and it results the formation of linear or branched chain polymers. So monomers are linked together in a linear arrangement. So such polymers are called as linear or straight chain polymers. Then next class of polymer, it is the branched chain polymers. So branched chain polymers are nothing but these are the polymers in which monomer contains at least 3 functional groups or one main chain of molecule with smaller chains as branches. And in this classification, the last class of polymer was cross-linked polymers. So cross-linked polymers are nothing but these are the polymers in which linking of chain polymers takes place by strong covalent bond. This is one polymeric chain, this is another polymeric chain, this is third polymeric chain, and these polymeric chains, they are linked with each other through the monomers by using the strong covalent bonds. So examples of cross-linked polymers are melamine, bakelite, etc. So in this lecture, thus we studied first of all definition of polymer, or in the introduction we studied that polymers are very important in our daily life. Then we studied classification on the basis of source and classification of polymer on the basis of structure. So we will stop here. Thank you.